What it do, KTTeeV? This is KT, and I'm coming at you live with another episode of the Daily K Podcast. And on today's episode, we have Mr. Lawrence Allen, a member of the State Board of Education, Director of Special Projects in HISD, and District 26 candidate for the State House of Representatives. On today's episode, Mr. Lawrence is going to talk to the KTTeeV audience about his 36 years of service in education, the work he's doing on the State Board of Education, and the work he plans to do when being elected to the State House of Representatives. Stay tuned. Meet Lawrence Allen, a leader, educator, husband, brother, and son. Mr. Allen's career in education has spanned over 36 years. His career in educational leadership began with one simple question.
But that second experience led to a question that was asked of me by my principal: will you help us in the office for a few weeks while we find an assistant principal? And I certainly agreed to do it, but it gave me a desire to want to be an administrator. And so I then served as the interim assistant principal on that campus for 2 years. And when that time was up, I went on to Jones High School, which was the highlight to me in my career. I was back at Jones High School as the assistant principal.
Yes, sir.
I was serving under Mr. Arthur L. Pace, who was my principal when I was a student there. So I saw that as a tremendous honor that he would hire one of his former students to be his assistant principal. So I served with zeal. Yeah. So I served as assistant principal for 3 years. And then they asked if I would go to Jack Yates High School and serve under Mr. Choice, Lloyd Choice was the principal at that time, to prepare for the principalship somewhere in HISD. So I did that for 2 years, and then the position at Jones came open, and I was able to return to Jones as the principal, which was my alma mater. Now you can imagine, 20 years after you finish high school, you're back at your 20-year class reunion as the principal of the high school you graduated from. What a joy. And since I was an elected official, they asked if I would come to central administration and then support the superintendent and have some flexibility and freedom to do the things I needed to do at the state level. And so I accepted that, and I moved into the Director of Special Projects position at HISD. Okay. And so I've been on the State Board of Education now for 16 years. This is my 16th year. This is my 36th year in the Houston Independent School District, and I've already submitted my paperwork for retirement this February because I intend to serve in the state legislature and as a representative of my district full-time. Yes. Full-time. I intend to serve full-time.
As a school and education leader, Mr. Allen believes the first step to improving the lives of all residents in District 26 is by educating the community both inside and outside of the classroom.
I truly believe that all improvement comes through education. Yes. I think the quality of your civilization is determined by the quality of the education that the citizens receive. And that's not just in the formative years in terms of pre-K through 12, but what are the college opportunities? What's there in the when our citizens are incarcerated, what are the educational opportunities that are afforded to them that they might be better on their return? How does one go before his community and begin to educate them of the political process and where they can get involved? So when I say the word education, I'm not just talking classroom, but I'm talking about the imparting of information to the citizens where better decisions can be made.
Yes. Mr. Allen understands the power of collaboration and has a plan to include all members of District 26 in the decision-making process.
Well, during the sessions, in the legislative sessions, there are about 3,000 bills that are introduced. And so they come up through various ways. So let's start saying my number one priority is education. So you're going to meet with your school board representatives in Rosenberg, Lamar Consolidated. Yes. You're going to meet with your school board members in Fort Bend ISD, and you're going to meet with your school board members in Stafford ISD, and they're going to have some of their legislative objectives put forward. Yes. Not only they're going to do it, then historically good, bad, or whatever, you got just the 1, just the 2, just the 3, just the 4 in the Sugar Land, Richmond area, and there are going to be concerns by those officers, those who lead those institutions, and they will bring forth their legislative priorities and things that they would like to see in order to improve the criminal justice system there in that particular area. Yes. Not only will you get those meetings, you'll have others who will say, hey, this is an energy company, this is quality air quality for our community.
As Mr. Allen looks to affect change on a bigger scale, he understands the power of his role and the duty legislators have in regards to pre-K through 12 education.
I'm presently a member of the State Board of Education.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I've been on the State Board of Education for 16 years. This is my 16th year, and I truly believe that body has the number one responsibility for the quality of education, which is control of what students learn, the standards. The standards from pre-K through 12. Yes. A lot of things will come up that I'll need to learn about, but that comes with having a good staff and having the trust of the people where they can say, hey, let's invite Lawrence in and let's talk to him about some things. And that's what I call education. Yes. That's what I call education. And I think that brain thrust and human capital is in the Sugar Land and Richmond area. That at whatever I'm faced, there could be a committee established around those issues that can act as advisors to me, whether they be Republican or Democrat. They're residents of District 26, and they're giving me their best advice. And my experience as being a principal and a central office administrator, I still know the buck stops with me. Yes, sir. It's not with the advisor, it's with the decision maker.
Yes, sir. We'd like to thank Mr. Allen for stopping by and talking to the KTTeeV audience today. If you'd like to hear more about his plans for Sugar Land and Richmond, go to KTTeeV.com for the full interview. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to let me know your favorite part of this video. This is KT for KTTeeV signing out. 100.